Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time for some more Swordhaven. Now, as of the end of the last episode, with the exception of visiting one old hermit's cottage a little over half a day to the west of the city, and going back to just over the river to the northwest to turn in a few quest rewards and maybe do one little odd job involving a sheep, I've pretty much experienced everything I have in early access. So from this point on, we're pretty much playing blind. Now, it's 7:24 in the morning in the city of Swordhaven, which is painfully early. There's Piradjin, how do you get that N accent, of Kukgala. We've spoken with him. And we have a few outstanding things. Creating curiosity. Oh, that's in two places. Should speak with Captain Kumalins about crossing the southern part. Okay, this is the thing for Lady Corrine. We have take the knife back to Clamreach, and in Grainhold, go and let the ferryman's wife know that he should be working again and we've sorted out the issue with his stubbornness and money troubles. However, of course, we need to find Agranat the Enlightened in Swordhaven. We have no idea where to find him. The Enlightened sounds like he could be a priest or sage of some kind. In which case, the Old Quarter may be the appropriate place to check. However, on the way here we had to, because the episode was getting pretty lengthy and I wanted to get to Lady Corrine's estate, hello. There's more to this manure than meets the eye. Behold! A brass ring. We'd better go wash that off. Maybe there's a fountain. I think we saw a beggar by a fountain. And someone in the comment section suggested we go visit that particular individual. And that it would be the appropriate thing for a member of the clergy to do. I am not opposed to this idea. There it is right there. It would be nice to explore the city thoroughly and work my way through it. However, I do have a slight sense of urgency. And hello, what's this? Can we light it? Furniture maker. Now, we do have a task involving ridding a nearby manor of ghosts, after which we will be able to purchase the manor for some ridiculous 10,000 gold. We have less than 2,000. It's going to take us a long time to get that kind of money. So we should probably indulge in some kind of side jobs for a while first. I'm checking if we have any more coins we can pull together. Let's go pay attention to this particular individual, kneeling by the fountain. This unwashed vagrant sits with a knotted staff at his crooked feet, pewter cup trembling in a mangled hand, hollering at the passer-by. "Arms! Arms for a poor veteran, I pray thee." "Here's a dinar for you. Dragon be merciful." Ah, blessings of soul upon thee. He squints shyly and whispers, double your donation and I might be able to repay ye. Very well. Here's another dinar. Goody, goody. After snatching up the coin, he draws a faintly glowing blue crystal from his pouch, an item exceptionally rare and outright banned across the Empire. You know, it's illegal to sell these kind of things in the Empire, but maybe we could give him a sizable donation. Since you were so kind, I'm offering this glowy thing at a steep discount. 30 dinars and not a coin more. Just for you. What is it? She's a proper old magic stone. Shines like the stars themselves and solid as the Emperor's word. He rubs his jaw. Learned that the hard way. A kindly lass threw me a sweet roll the other day. As I bit into it, I had to say goodbye to my last front tooth, but hello to this little thing. 'Twas baked right into the dough. Is it legal to trade magical artifacts in Swordhaven? Dragon forbid. Of course not. I could try and rip him off. Well, here's 30 dinars for it. We'll just wait for this lady go past. Wait till she's not looking, and there we go. Thank you, but do me a kindness and don't pester the bonny lass who gave me the sweet roll with that thing stuck in it. Unfortunately, that might be exactly what we should be doing. I'm sure it wasn't her doing. She must have gotten it from a baker, that crook. Why would you say that? Interesting. Why would you say that? He's a slippery sort of fella. Does business with all kinds of shady folks, you know. Uh-huh. Like the innkeeper in Clamreach, perhaps. I bet he had the stone in a sweet roll for some knavish reason and sold it to that little bird on accident. Then she gave it to me out of the kindness of her blessed wee heart. I see. Somebody ought to brace that no-good Nick already. It's one thing for a poor old wretch like myself to flog vile magics and earn a couple of coins, but that fella's fatter than a hog on Shershet Day. What's he need all that dosh for? The bakery's right over there on the other side of the street. Here's a dinar for the pointer. Thank you, kind woman. Here, you know what? Take another. That's good-hearted of you. We'll go one more and another. So there's still a few more decent folks left in this land. Take some more. You're too good to me. We're back on take another. I was wondering if it would lead to some final revelation of that's enough, you get a special reward, you know. What war did you serve in? Them barbarian wars, obviously. 'Twas a fairer time back then. There was a line drawn in the mud betwixt man and savage, and folks like me protected it with our lives. Now you can witness the fruit of my old goodly labours. He almost snarls at Kedarain, who doesn't even bat an eye in response. Wildling, rough ragamuffins roaming his holiness' glorious city. Tree. What's your name, beggar? Nabag, milady. Well, have a dinar for your service. Thank you for your soul, milady. Of course, yes, I will. Alright, we're going to leave now. Arms! Arms for poor old Nabag. And that baker's house. Maybe we should step inside and ask a few questions.
Nice and smooth.
I was willing to give generously there because we were so far away from our target. You know, losing a few more coins wouldn't make the biggest difference. From the moment you stepped into his pastry shop, Fedora's been watching you with cherry eyes. Witso, Mom. Baker here. Can I help you? No, I was looking for the armory. You look somewhat ill at ease, Witso. Me? No, it's the flower, Mom. Makes me look as pale as the ghost of Saint Jean. Say, did you happen to spot any militia outside? He pauses. I heard some kind of ruckus about an hour ago. Just wondering if you noticed anything. Well, I did see a few guards around, yes. You don't say. Well, it's good to know Swordhaven's finest are close at hand, keeping our city safe. So, he props his elbow on the counter. Need any hardtack for the road? I can see you're the travelling sort. You seem to be doing quite well for yourself. I suppose you're right. Well, what can I say? People love my pastry. And not just any old people, no, Mom, the top brass. Ah, connections in the highest circles, I see. Aye. Don't you know they call me the pot-bellied prince? I used to be spy master for the city patricians until I realised that baking bread is my one true passion. There may be a little more truth to that than initially seems to be the case. Of course, I still have a couple of friends in the Swordhaven militia, and even patrol the streets myself from time to time. And you're telling me your backstory just like that? Yeah, because he doesn't expect us to believe it. And you're believing every word just like that? I could be feeding you porkies, you know, to spice things up a bit. Mysterious. I like it. Here I go again, prattling like a serving wench. Don't listen to me, good woman. I'm a baker first and foremost, and I sure as Velns know my craft. Perhaps you want to buy something for the road, You know, I heard your sweet rolls are made with very unusual ingredients. Magic crystals? There's some bold crookery right there. Excuse me, I don't quite follow you. But I think you do. There must be some kind of misunderstanding. Well, we ain't going to intimidate him. Listen, I already have the crystal, and I know you put it there. You don't need to tell me everything, but a few hints might help. Hints on what? You're confusing me with something else. You're confusing me with someone else, Mom. But, he furrows his brow. Now that I think about it, I do recollect finding a peculiar blue gem a while back. Can't say if it was magical after all. I'm merely a baker, but it was quite something. Right, and how did it end up inside a sweet roll? I'd wager my careless apprentice dropped it in the dough by accident. Oh yeah? You're getting a strong sense that he's lying. Yeah, no kidding. He was trying to pass it off to someone and it went to... Maybe the apprentice sold it by mistake. Where did you find the crystal? Huh? I can't remember. But I find all manner of strange... Whatever a do-jigger is in the floor I buy from Grainhold. No doubt goblins and elves are slipping them in there to tempt me. Grainhold makes sense. Got it. Understood. Tell you what, since you don't seem to be in a rush to give that little trinket back, maybe you can help me. See, I have a friend, a certain man of letters, who's keenly interested in acquiring a gem like the one you're holding. Yeah, he was probably going to end up with one of your sweet rolls at one point in the not too distant future, wasn't he? Gintar glances from the crooked baker to you with an unreadable expression like, are you really going to fucking do this, lady? You could deliver it for me. Well, hey, I'll even pay you for the effort. Yeah, it sounds like bad business, but hey, why not look into this a little further? He needs it for research purposes, naturally. Nothing illicit. Oh, right, of course. I was thinking of giving it to the fellow in a sweet roll. I mean, just handing it to him, since we haven't a dicky bird to hide. Oh, I'm sure you haven't. Okay, it shouldn't take long. Now, who is this chap? The man in question is Gudrod of Sidrathia. Oh, we've met him already. He's staying at the inn outside the gates. Tell him this passphrase. It is not titles that honour men, but men that honour titles. Then he'll know you can be trusted. You are to be trusted, right? Well... Oh boy, I already regret this. Well, show me what you've got while I'm here. As much hardtack as you can squeeze into your pack. Well... A golden egg. Okay, nothing too special. How are we doing for rations actually at the moment? Let's get 2. Actually, what sort of price is he paying for various trinkets? Because we could whip some of these in here, right? Make a little coin. Pretty good prices, actually. Okay. So this will cover what we spent on rations, basically. Could even add a little more. So he doesn't trade in illicit goods, but he blatantly trades in illicit goods. Throw in the marbles as well. They're pretty baubles. There we go. So, anything else? Not right now. Farewell. Good day to you. I'm not sure we should do the deal with Gudrod of Sidrathia. But I feel we should maybe investigate.
Fine, I'll do it.
Now, what else have we found in this district? Nothing overtly marked out. What is up there? Let us explore a little. What? Weaponsmith? Looks like 2 crossed swords to me. Weapon merchant, indeed. Probably far out of our price range, just as the armourer was. So let's explore another part of town. We're on a trail, and I don't particularly approve of it.
Okay.
Beggar's Corner. Well, they can't be choosers. Let's see what we can find here, because these buildings probably don't house the home. Well, who are you? The shopkeeper, a gaunt and pallid fellow, wheezes with almost every breath. He clears his throat with exaggerated vigour, trying to seem chipper. Greetings, dear customer. I am Benchik. Can I interest you in a refreshing puff of the finest pipe leaf around? Excuse me. Sounds like you'd benefit from setting the pipe down for a while.
Balderdash! You, Mom, sound just like Shizka, my old battle axe of a wife.
Is like the 19th century doctors who thought the best cure for asthma was to go and spend time at the seaside smoking a pipe with some specially prepared tobacco they would crush up and go smoke that for a few weeks down by the seaside on the coast. Combination of that and the sea air will get rid of your asthma and you'll never have to worry about it again. Yeah, because smoking tobacco really is going to help make asthma better.
Tell me what's more likely. A man suffering lung irritation from inhaling the smoke of a wonder herb, or the same man constantly getting ill from the damp cough coming off that awful moat?
Benchik is so flustered by your suggestion he can't help but take a deep puff from his pipe, which is cut short by a minute-long coughing and wheezing fit. We'll wait for him to finish. Well, the moat is some distance from your house, though.
Well, there's also a fountain they got going. It's marginally closer. And don't get me started on the sewer. What the heck do we need a sewer for anyway? Only dampness and disease comes from it. And then there's all the bloody thieves.
Wait, what about thieves?
A bunch of no-good, shady individuals made themselves a home amongst the sewage. Sometimes they crawl up to the surface to tempt honest folk with crooked deals. Trust me, that's all you need to know. Unless you're some kind of black hat yourself. But you're not. Their kind never buys amazing, curative, alchemical, potent pipe leaf now, do they? They just filch their drugs off honest folks like you and me.
Are you selling anything aside from pipe leaf?
I got pipes to stuff with the stuff, and also chewing leaves, though it doesn't have the same zest as smoking does. I also get the occasional sorrow leaf. They seem to be getting into every shipment these days. Plantation workers are so clumsy sometimes. It's no cure-all, but like pipe leaf, it's quite useful to alchemists. And, should you crave something stronger, there's a Black Lotus den down the road. Though I don't recommend it. That stuff's a bit too robust for my taste.
I see. What have you got for sale?
Take a whiff of that heady scent, Ma'am. This here's proper leaf, not that chopped up rubbish the others sell.
I believe we may have a spare pipe to part with. And he does have a lot of coin. Wait, what's this? Chewing leaves. Well, we could sell those. Could have sworn there was a pipe, though. Was it him who had it? I know he started with pipe, baby. 2 pipes, 1 baby. The baby being me, where the money's going to go. Okay. Yeah, let's just sell some pipes. Pipe leaf, chewing leaves. Okay. I must go. Goodbye.
Come back any time.
We'll see about that. Let's see what else we can find in this district. Okay, we've got ourselves a nice big tree with a flower. We'll take that flower. A big blue mushroom, a really big blue mushroom. Okay, we're not getting in there. That building is clearly accessed from another location. Possibly even the northern side. If it's literally the other side of the building that separates this region from the next one, we can probably find it over there. We're a little overburdened. We have someone who likes plants and herbs. Ah. Right, there we go.
I'm on it.
In fact, she's usually off her face on something. It might not be wise for us to actually accept the potions she brews up. We don't know what she puts in them.
I've spotted something.
So you have. There's a loose stone here, behind which lockpicking kits and mud pig draft. Okay, she can take those. The dodge bonus may come in useful at some point. Okay, what do we got? No way in there just yet. Alright. So I think I'm seeing abandoned, boarded up houses where nobody lives anymore. Let's explore one more. Oh no, a disfigured fellow. A debtor, an innkeeper, okay. Starting to feel like I'm in the wrong part of town. Let's just step back outside for a moment.
Nice and smooth.
Oh, there's a preacher. Wait, a cult disciple. That's a beggar children, a beggar woman with a bunch of children. Oh, and a sleeping pig or dead pig? Why cast pearls before swine? Why indeed? But firstly, the woman raises her worn and weathered hands to you. Have pity on Miss old Ronion and her bairns, my lady. Don't pass us by like the rest of 'em. Here's a coin for you. You're a good 'un, you are. What's your name? Garnet, my lady. Have another dinar, Garnet. Thank you, my lady. You have no idea what it means to us. We'll have one more. May the heavens smile on you for your care. This one's for your children. If they are your children. Bless your heart, my lady. We'll eat well tonight. What can you tell me about this quarter, and will it depend on the amount of coins I've given you so far? It may not be obvious to a stranger, but 'tis the slums, I tells you. Only good thing about it is them nice fellows from the Night Army. She closes her mouth with a snap. Oh, I meant to say them Wadelots and monks help us out. Here, help us a lot, they do. Right. Well, here's a dinar for your honesty. The dragon sees your kindness. He shall repay it tenfold. Let's take our leave. Just one dinar, folks, to feed me bairns. The dragon rewards the generous. So, the Thieves Guild are nice to the people here in this part of the town, so that they keep quiet and don't betray them to the authorities. Do we need to make more crossbow bolts? Well, that's the question that's been on my mind for a while. Iron. Wait. So possibly. Do we need another spoke shave? I think we have one there. Okay.
Fine, I'll do it.
This is the armourers, I believe. The apothecary, not the armourers. Okay, well, I'm going to hold off, as I don't have a very good reason to need to go in there just yet. And maybe I should explore a different part of town. Wait, can I actually... No. Well, that's interesting. Why don't we... Wait. I can at least explore here a bit, right? Get rid of some of this accursed darkness.
Okay.
What is that? It's odd and bothers me. Okay. So we got the gate quarter, the poor quarter, the old quarter. Now, is it quarter doesn't literally mean a quarter of a city. City districts were called quarters when there were far more than 4 of them, way back in the day. This is the furniture makers, and we have no need to get in there. Obviously, we're not getting that mansion anytime soon. It is entirely possible that the quest to obtain the mansion
I'm on it.
will involve obtaining a large amount of money. Also possible that by the end of it, the price will drop significantly. You'll say you've done such a good job, I'll let you have it for 2,000 or something. But we should probably try to get that 10,000 just in case we actually need it. Okay, so this is round the back of her place. That looks like we could pick it. And I wasn't far wrong, was I? Let's just casually go stand in the flower beds.
Nice and smooth.
It barely makes a dent in the fog of war, unfortunately. And continue our exploration. I wonder. The watchman is flipping through last year's issue of Swordhaven Almanac, but snaps smartly to attention when you approach. Welcome to the Old Quarter, the safest borough in Swordhaven. Good day. And I can't ask for directions. Okay, I'll take a leave. Right, back to patrol. And what could this be? Well, there's a servant outside, so let's ask him. The guard is champing at some chewing leaves with the bland expression of a cow in a pasture. He says nothing as you pass by, only shuffling closer to the door and wagging a finger at you. Who lives in this mansion? The guard chews a little longer, clears his throat noisily, spits out a clump of leaves, and then only speaks. And only then speaks. Master Misrav. The name sounds familiar, but I can't quite place it. Is he at home right now? Uh-huh. But he doesn't take visitors unless it's something about coin. He's a busy man. Why don't you tell me something about him? Master Misrav's a very rich man. Earned his coin through trade and money lending. He scratches his head. He's got his little quirks, mind, but what rich bloke doesn't, eh? Quirks? Well, you know, quirks. He looks around. Listen, I'm not supposed to talk about it. All right, well, we'll just take our leave. He yawns, washing your face with foul-smelling breath. And we will withdraw until I can remember who Master Misrav is and why I might have a good reason for wanting to go in there. So many people. That looks like it could be searched through. It also looks like it's pretty unhealthy to touch. There's a lot of animal droppings in the streets here. And another part of town we can visit. I think the docks are in the south somewhere, we've been told. So this might not be the best way to find some kind of temple or library. Well, docks it is. Well, you know what?
Fine, I'll do it.
Should come as no surprise to us at all. Let's head back to the fancy part of town.
Okay.
The old part where the wealthy reside, the ones who've been here for a long time. Gather. Oh no, this is a significant building, isn't it? Looks like it could be some kind of town hall, a church, or a courthouse. I'm not here to plunder the place. Merely to make myself known. Okay, we should have come in the front here. Ha! I'm not going to steal anything. Maybe there's a priest outside. It's interesting that the temple is so deserted at 8 o'clock in the morning. And another beggar woman with children. And a wade lot. Let's introduce ourselves. A bald, bony-faced wadelot sits with his eyes closed, breathing evenly, his hands resting in his lap. Perhaps he's meditating. We won't pick his pockets, we won't give him a shake. Hello? The man opens his eyes, which flicker with a sly fire. Ah, who disturbs my reverie? He looks you over with a guileful smile. I am Brother Oomba, child. Dost thou have something for me? I'd like to return to my meditation. What are you meditating on, Brother Oomba? A titchy story I overheard. Wouldst thou like to have me tell it? Go ahead. Why not share it? Kyrsis, a young scholar, visited one master after another, before chancing upon Dukun of Latigolia. To him, Kyrsis declared, the mind divines, and sentient beings, after all, do not exist. The true nature of the dragon is emptiness. There is no realization, no delusion, no sagacity, no mediocrity. There is nothing to give and nothing to receive. We'll take a note of that. Dukun, quietly smoking, said nothing. Then he struck Kyrsis on the cheek with his pipe, which made the youth quite angry. But why? It doesn't matter, you just said nothing exists. If nothing exists, inquired Dukun, where did this anger come from? You know, Master Dukun was a wise man, it seems. Thou thinkest so? He strokes his chin, then answers slowly. Maybe. Maybe not. I was hoping to ask you some other questions. What can I tell thee that thou dost not already know? He closes his eyes. Nothing. That is the real answer. In that case, I shall be on my way. That's wrong. May thou discernest enlightenment from folly. Mayst is wrong. At the start of a sentence, at least.
Uh-huh.
A big gate that is closed. And this will just take us down the side of the temple. So we can presumably head north from this position to discover another part of town other than the slums. But perhaps the scholar we seek is in this wealthy part of town. He is somewhat elusive for now, that's for certain. And that's only because we don't know where he is. Who are you? Another disciple of the cult. Bookstore. Excellent.
Okay.
Could this be the man we seek? The book merchant is deeply engrossed in reading a large, richly decorated, illuminated manuscript. As you step closer, you unwittingly press a hidden pressure plank in the wooden floor, and a gentle ringing draws his attention. Ah, customer. How can I help you? I was told you have a book on barbarian history, Historia Barbarica by Changal the Mad. He takes a moment to think. Ah, yes. Yes, we did have it, but not anymore. Sorry. Oh, it came all this way for... Well, could you tell me who bought it? Which of these is closest to that? Preposterous. Am I going to complain that he doesn't have a copy in stock? Do you maybe have something similar? He ponders a little longer until a look of relief spreads across his face. You know, I actually do. The complete edition was sold, but I believe we still have one of the abridged versions. Unfortunately, it's a translation from Old Malvian, and isn't in the best condition. But, like the original, it was penned by the author himself, though it would be difficult to definitely prove that. In any case, we're prepared to sell such a rare volume for... 250 dinars seems fair. That's a bit steep for an abridged book, friend. Are you sure you can't bring the price down a tad? I suppose you're right. Very well. 100 dinars. Is that more to your liking? Here it is, yes. Here's the gold. The bibliophile dives under the counter and after some time emerges covered in dust and cobwebs, the sought-after book in his hands. Here you go, and thank you for your patronage. Now, let me see your... Wait, where do you get your books from? There are many ways to find texts new and old in this land. My inventory comes from private collections, foreign and imperial merchants, and even from a few places here in Swordhaven. Thanks to the Dragon Temple, we have a printing press, you know. Yes, the iron stride of progress reaches even the remotest corners of the Empire, though with a slight delay, of course. Well, I wanted to ask you about the city now. Swordhaven used to be a tiny Slorium village, then a fortified Kudonian settlement, a thriving trade hub, and look at her now, a splendid town with a population of several thousand. Quite a leap in just over a century. Oh, I nearly forgot. What should I call you? Lassitage, noble lady. I hail from a long line of booksellers, so you may trust my expertise. Let me look at your library, Master Lassitage. Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. What have we here? Oh, these are... Right, yeah. Taming Unleashed. Can teach you the beast call ability. Let out a roar with an outdoorsmanship-based chance to enthrall a targeted beast, compelling it to fight by your side for 2 turns. What if it's the only thing in the fight? Mr. Gupija's Guide to Etiquette. Really expensive. This richly decorated book grants +1 to personality. The Killing Juice. This book contains a recipe for a potion that will make anyone hit harder for a short time. Is that a reference to the Killing Joke Batman thing that apparently everyone knows about who likes Batman? I don't like Batman, he's boring. He's not very interesting. Superman's better. Cook That Speed. A book that teaches readers to create a reflex-enhancing potion. Is it permanent or temporary? Unstoppable. Read this pamphlet to learn a recipe for an immobilization cure. Sounds great. Stop being such a chicken. Panic attacks are a common side effect of Mortal Kombat, but this pamphlet allegedly holds a cure for this pesky condition. Use it on all your friends. Bleed No More. A short manual that teaches a supposedly all-natural recipe for bleed-stopping potions. Confusing, isn't it? A confusingly simple recipe that treats confusion in you and others. How to Wear Turtles. A handwritten manuscript stuffed and glued into a proper manufactured book cover. Inside you find a strange story along with a handy set of turtle armor making instructions. Sounds intriguing. Nailslail Flail. A confession. This book contains the blueprint of making the Nailslail Flail. We have someone who uses blunt weapons. All Things Copper. This manual teaches the fine art of refining raw copper ore into shiny ingots. And we do have a lot of raw copper ore, don't we? We have... 8 at least. Crude Irony. This somewhat sad and cautionary manual teaches the reader to craft iron ore into ingots. But at what cost? Secrets of Baldur Ore. A barely legible manual that concerns the smelting of Baldur ore, Nova Draconia's most sought-after resource. And Foreign Book. Item for sale. A book written in a foreign language, which you unfortunately cannot read, but you can always sell it. Let's close this. If at any point you desire another glance at my collection, let me know. Consider it a deal. Remember, a house without books is like a room without windows. Indeed. Unenlightened. We have levels. Voodoo Kid. Let's see now. Abilities. So, at 75, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 abilities. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of abilities we could learn, so we don't need to rush his martial arts ability just yet. What we do want is to vastly improve this. We're not going to get there this level. We could hit a 95. So if we go most of the way there... Go 88. I got 90. There we go. And for one ability point, we could get Breath Stealer. You attack 4 times. Shake chance 100% for 2 turns. Affected, do 30% less damage. Deal minimum weapon damage. So it doesn't hit hard, it's just pummeling. Sucker Punch. Using this attack without being engaged guarantees an armor-piercing hit. Using this attack without being engaged deals double damage, so basically hit someone hard when we're not paying attention. Swing, deal maximum weapon damage. Might be worth grabbing that one. Twin hooks deal minimum weapon damage. Attack twice, damage threshold is ignored though. We got high kick and backflip. We could get jump kick. Jump up 5 steps towards your target, deal 50% weapon damage, pushes target 5 steps back, knockdown chance 100% for 2 turns, affected cannot move or act. This action always succeeds. Oh, wow. We could go low kick, lame chance, spear, crippled, affected chance to move is double. Yeah. Trip spin. Attack everything in a circle of a 3-step radius. Deal minimum weapon damage. Pushes targets 5 steps back. Lame chance. Okay, so it's not going to be a knockdown, but yeah, let's get that jump kick in there for now. There we go. And her ladyship herself. This is an ability level. So we could grab Bounce Back. After attacking the target of your choosing, attempt to auto-attack the next viable targets. Attack everything in a circle with a 5-foot step radius. We don't have 75 weapon skill yet. So we will want that in 2 more levels time if we don't get to 75 this level. We are not getting 75 this level. Let's go a little further. However, we're going to want that 75. Let's go 64. Let's go a point of haggling. We should really try and use that at some point. I almost want to try and get a point of intimidation just so it's not 1%, but that feels like a waste. It's a long way to 50 outdoorsmanship. Okay, let's go 65, 80. That 100 would be good. So, oh, we do have 75 now, so we... Oh, no, we don't. So, Bounce Back it is. So then... This is interesting. We might need to... Oh, wait. Okay, we can expand. I don't know how far we can expand. But good to know. And we have a couple of people who are about to hit level 5 playing catch up indeed. Oh, that's a point actually. That's a really good point. Spear ability. Is it even worth? I'm not sure I can click that button at the moment. Halberd ability. And archery ability. We should probably look into getting a halberd for her. Because she's currently got a bog iron spear. Well, you know what? Steel. Hang on. I could sell off some of those. So we better not sell that. And we might... Seems like there's more than one of them. Hang on then. Because I could have sworn I had one of those much earlier. I don't think I accidentally sold it. Was it stolen from me, perhaps? Shining Trapezahedron. Bow or crossbow, plus 20% chance to hit, to attention, weapon range. Okay, well, hold on. Range 18, range 20. Okay, hang on. What else have we got? Okay, if we pop this here, keep on the lookout for other things we should not sell and collect them all in one place. Right. We should really try and find the chap we're supposed to deliver that to. Let's head outside. We could go upstairs. We're not going to do that yet. We might end up disturbing some private reader who's engrossed in a good book. Speaking of good books, well, that looks like a no-go. Okay. Well then, let's try here. If the man we're seeking is like the head of the Thieves Guild, a fidgety man with long fingers is pacing around the room, his face aglow with nervous energy. First he sorts through a few letters, then writes something in a huge ledger before finally stopping to address you. Greetings. Upblocks of Pasnikiums. Postmaster, clerk, visionary, inventor. Do you have a message for the Terrorbird Express? No, but I do have some questions. No time at all. I've got too much to do managing the post office to bother with idle questions. Very well. Before you even made your exit, the postmaster is back to his duties. Who is this? Postboy? Yeah, we'll leave them to it.
I'm on it.
Not quite what I was hoping for. So that would be the bookshop we just come out of. Great way to waste time to reconfirm that. But let us continue our search and maybe we'll find the one we seek. Maybe not. That looks important. This man looks like he's watching it.
Nice and smooth.
Let's not grant him the satisfaction. he desires. So this is round the back of the bookshop again. We'll absolutely ask that man about that hole in the ground that goes down to the sewers at some point. But probably... Oh, this is the mansion we should not be approaching. Okay. The Enlightened could be a joke name. If he lives down in the sewers and is just all mucky and messed up. Who's this? Hello? Wait. A neatly kitted sentinel in a shiny, if slightly dented cuirass and cavalry helm puffs on a long clay pipe. He occasionally scans the streets in a desultory manner. Hail and well met. The man raises the visor of his helmet and, with a cloud of pipe leaf smoke, answers, Hail. That type of helmet doesn't have a visor. It's fixed, like the brim of a cap. What are you guarding? Nothing fancy, just the Patrician Guild, our local government. Ah, may I come in? Out of the question. We grant entry only to full-blooded citizens of Swordhaven. Even that requires a petition and an official invitation. Ah, and we can obtain property. I'm a representative of an Imperial Merchant Company. I'm sure we could... Butts in Burukid, but he appears to be interrupted. Do you have a document to prove that? Well, you see, I was robbed on my way to Swordhaven. So no papers then. As I said, if you're not a citizen and have no recommendation, you have no business inside the guild. In that case, dragon be with thee. He uses his farm to gently tamp the pipe leaf so it stays lit. He does appear to be wearing gloves. Otherwise that might be uncomfortably hot on his thumb. We've now explored a good portion of this district. That may very well be where we need to go next. Alright, we'll head back to this area. If we head out of the city, we may find that we've... I want to look at the new locations on the city map. Maybe we'll head back to Marketplace and see. That looks suspiciously like a camping spot. You know what though? Maybe I shouldn't go on too much longer. I'm starting to feel a little drowsy. It's not that. It's I need to get a good night's sleep tomorrow night, so it might be good if I get a good night's sleep tonight as well.
Okay.
So we're back out here in the outskirts again. Let's head to market. Yes, we could go into the inn and see the chap who we know is there waiting for something special. That is within our power to deliver, and perhaps we should not do it. The trader rubs his palms together briskly. Looking to pawn something? Yeah, maybe. Show me what you got. The coast is clear. Take a look. Right, we got some things we're not supposed to be able to sell anywhere else. Like these, for example. We just pop those in there while nobody else is looking. Some crystal shards. I'm wondering if these will be important crafting ingredients later on. Oh well. Or if we could just get to that steel crafting in another level or two's time. Then we'll have that halberd all set up for her. Illegal to sell. Just not selling at all. Alright, let's get some coins for that. It'll help us get a little bit closer to 2,000. Tell me if you need anything else. We'll see you later. Do come again. Wait, there's a path to the north. Let's steer clear of that cornfield for a while. Maybe explore it a little later on. Alright, so there's the Magic Manor. Here is unknown, Grainhold. If we head to Grainhold, we do have something there. We come across a merchant caravan. Do we wish to stop and trade? No, not right now. A gang of ne'er-do-wells is masquerading as Swordhaven's patrician guard and extorting anyone who passes through their territory. Now it's your money they want, and guess what? We ain't going to pay them 805 dinars. And we should probably stop them extorting money from anyone else by brutal and lethal means. Also known as killing their face off. Really hard. Well, mate, guess what? It's not your lucky day. Okay, back it up, lady. Now we're just going to spread a little and let him come to us. Yep. There's more coming. Oh, we don't like that. We also don't like this.
At your service. You need something? You have my...
Everyone. Bavir can carry these. Let's continue. Now then, you scoundrels.
Time to die.
There we go. Why not put our newfound ability to use? Excellent stuff.
Believe it or not, I can't do it.
Fair enough, lady. Alright.
I challenge you!
Stay down, knave.
And he doesn't even back away. I think you'll find... Okay, we'll just go loot this. Carry on. Okay, let's see now. Arrows. Arrows. No bolts. There we go. Let's head back to Grainhold. Where we're going to be dropped in at the northeastern corner, and it will be growing late. Perhaps after this we can go and take the knife to Clanreach. That's probably a good idea.
Nice and smooth.
Yeah, okay, my eyes were pretty much closed at that point. I should definitely be heading to bed soon. Maybe our party should rest the night in the inn in Grainhold as well. There'll be more people around in the morning. Yeah, definitely feeling tired. I want to at least make it to the town gates. And then ponder what else we can get up to here. Also, my guess was correct about the minus 100% darkness on Kedarain's newly acquired magical two-handed sword, meaning that while it doesn't necessarily shed that much light visibly, the game does actually apply darkness modifiers to attack chances, and this negates all darkness-based modifiers to attack. It's glowing in a very small radius, but brightly enough that you can see what he's doing quite clearly. And yet, sleep would be good. Yeah, I thought like half a conversation there in my head, drowsily with my eyes closed. I'm going to end this episode here. Sorry guys, I'm just too sleepy. I hope you've all enjoyed this one, and I'll look forward to seeing you all in the next episode. I'll say goodbye for now though, and cheerio everyone. See you all soon.